What is it capturing when soldiers are there? I pull 1 meter down. 1 meter down. We are going to get a bit of an explanation there.
The National Resistance Movement
Luget nye boy NRM
does things in an organic manner.
ye ngalek amaret nye chuyat koromen.
We don't just bump in things, do this one, do that one. No.
Majirwa jini ngalbadala chinyi. Priya.
Because that one will not succeed.
Kale amnye jotale me mu jagot kusutta stayedet.
Now, we have not done much on sports yet.
Manachingal je changot amngalek abarero shuk.
Because remember, the country was really down. All of you, those who are old enough, know.
Agarastojile kimi met ngon gamsa jogu matku gillole je bondo kangotetet nyewo.
The first thing was to bring peace.
Nyewatat chala je sututa lo siet ndogalete.
Then do the basics, immunization.
As oga chanjane da ple gong do bigo.
That's how the population of Sebe has come up.
Baulat yota gusutiat kulong luget ndoga idiseta pigo je pasabing goromen.
Sabine were 20,000
Kala sabin jak la gel fabir baden dog shero oktuptum.
when Chamonges was fighting for the district.
Yegi shema mariondet kingo Chamonges kuborie jini district.
I was there.
Chamide
20,000.
elfu nagabir dog shero oktuptum.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Agenga oye nyangman somok pil nebo koi elfu nagabiri.
Now the population of the Sabine is, I think, 500,000 or something like that.
Ale piga ap sabinya la gugete ati kwenuda arwandet agenge. Yegete elfu nagmian mudomere. That we go beyond there, Your Excellency.
Very good. So now, the basics,
Tugu kya je jigo legei je biji
peace,
talo siede.
some health, not all parts of health, but some, especially immunization,
Alega lakche botili lindo musin gin alega ap chanjane de.
and then wealth creation.
Okoyat magoryon do jitan magoryon
And UPE.
semanet nyobalego kebo class na kebo ngun.
Now, for sports
Alega barero shokyatle
and music and all those,
tumongi okngale jaja anga takwek.
you can't do sports in Somalia.
Memuje ye ngalega barero shok Somalia.
When there is war,
Ulomi de boriet danga takwek.
or in Syria,
Doga we ya Syria.
you go and do sports there.
Kala we ko ngeba nyilo to we jam.
Or music,
Doga we tum o banyinge tum gamsa.
go and hold a concert there.
We ya tu tum manu ko kulo to. Miyoto ngale gut.
So, the effort
So kamastanya ku choro ni.
has been mainly on the basics,
Kujemida je semala chigin to ku kia batai ku nyo.
including the roads,
Kumida ata roshogi
electricity,
tarinagi.
which have fortunately moved.
Je gu ba ya tai je kwa ga sakwe.
There is now electricity from Jinja to Bukwo.
Miya tarinagi kujage jinja o kamastanya ba bukwo.
There is the road from Kampala to the border now.
Arosho kya jage Kampala paka boda Suomi nyeme nyoru ngaramo.
Now, on the sports,
Amngale ka barero shokle.
what we are benefiting from are the indirect benefits of the success of the basics.
Jemi de aje nyoru la takala kiemu jama jaga se gonyek dene sudu la tukyoga je nyoru.
because of this of the peace,
Kubayat tolosiet nyo jebonde.
these Cheptegei, even if they are not particularly selected by the government, but they get time to do some.
Ba jeptegayat la ngamna je kwai kasmete kapsale. Dene nyoru paroindo je kwai ulyage.
Because they are not dead,
Amnye mna kuboki.
killed by insecurity.
Mna kubagat ngalega tabanda. Doboriede.
They are not dead, killed by measles.
Mna kuboki mna bagat sasaregi.
They are around.
Mite jebonde ke de jekyo.
And even if there is no specific program yet,
Bayo mamita twet nye jekasek banda ni.
the general situation helps them to somehow maneuver.
Ulo yunda ko retle so to akwet diretet nye muje ku kono kabalishet.
And because of that, because me I'm not a liar. You shall do this. No, sorry.
Ani ala mai ku ngotunya mwele machiaju sore. Machiaju kapsa. Denele I wait imot.
So because of that,
Amiajo dale.
we had not yet really had capacity or time even to deal with the sports and the music and I don't know what.
Ala muna jenyori ya baro indo do swamet nyaka janam gila kamas arero shogi tummonagi oktukuke magargai.
But we were able to say from the beginning that if there are young people with talent,
Dene kusumje maule emile go kemge do sarkana kebo ndo kakata yondet.
which is what Mama talked about.
Kije ka ngolole ya mama ya tayo.
Let them be recruited in the security, in the armed forces.
Anje wendia logo tijo luket nyebo kaledi.
Automatically.
Nyemo nye cheyweni bate. Nyemo mingal je jinome.
When they are there, we shall not, of course we could send them to Somalia to fight.
Kale ye miawlo tale kamuja ne je kwermba Somalia so ogu kuiboriet dene mayunyono danga ta kwek
Cheptegei has not been in Somalia.
Cheptegei inde ka nya Cheptegei mna wa Somalia
He's in the forces, but we keep him here.
mia luget nya baga dene mito tike ba tayu
Because we put him in the forces, not that because we wanted him to fight.
priela ki je we lugon dinyola singet ku boriet tai dene ki je majale je ribune ba ta yoto.
But because we wanted to give him a base from where to develop his talent.
Kibaraje wendi adopta ga nyemu jago ner ka goto yondet nye bang maek nye gibondo.
In our simple, poor way, we don't have a lot of money yet, but
Amo arenyo nye kuskus nye maku panan don bo majabonde besan je jango ne goti.
if you are here, you get a small salary.
Ale mita ayu la nyoro mshahara da gagisi ji.
You are in the barracks,
Mita je ga baraks.
but you train.
As nge mita at koneti shit.
Others will go to Somalia and fight.
E mabala ga Somalia nyila net ke bade. Nge kunymeguk.
So that's why this idea came up. Oh, this a school would train our own people,
Balog je mogule e kata bagot nget sukulu ango net le kokwa.
but it can also attract others.
Dene mujo ko chutin bala ke basang.
And although we had many demands,
Ngane gele je bonde magata na ke jang.
I had no problem supporting this one because this one
Na
is,
nyoru kasota yonye ki chuyadi wangatune bale maja dorori biu.
because this one is unique.
Amnyela chuyad ni kapsa.
It is special. It's not we have got so many things to do.
Kala chuyad je bonde ngale ke jang je majala chi.
More city schools, more this, more
Bonde
that.
sukulu na kala ke jang je majala je teji.
But really, this one is unique.
Dene nyidinye ale majeje yue swamet kapsa.
We can't fail to support it
Mamuja go chisute amacheki.
because it takes our advantage of our natural advantage of having a high altitude. Parts of Uganda being high altitude.
Amnya atle chiboli bi gala ke mita kama stanye basoi je bonda je ala to kyobo chi nyoba to tanyowo do nyomi de tarat.
And being populated by indigenous people from there.
Angu yechle bi go je jang je pone idiu bade.
If you know there's a country called Nepal.
Kale angat kore ta ganye basang ge gura Nepal.
Nepal is near the Everest, the highest
Nepal
mountain,
le mi to ta ganye bala kam nyanye ba Everest leke de gai.
the highest mountain on earth.
Kale lagamen nye koi gamsa am gore to kul gumugul.
Everest is 29,000 feet.
Kalebundoi elfunok abirim menda kijake ngony futinak.
This Aragon here is 14,000.
Kalel go yel gonyile elfunok kumana nyabade.
So you can imagine.
Agarestoje agashinde.
Something higher than Aragon
Kita ganye koi ku ketje yel gony de goroman ngalek yo.
15,000 feet.
Ketje am elfunok kumana tano dogishero oktamanok mut.
But for mountaineers who go to Everest, they are always guided by the Nepalese. Nepalese are, for them, it's like normal life.
Dene jela kami sak do bi ko jobedi atobu tokye bataradi kuje nyo chije patya bi ko je bagamas tinyo.
And they used to be recruited by the British for their army.
Kala bichi to jog bapar yele ki sile bi ko je bo Britain.
They had a special regiment called the Gulkas.
Kala ki bondo itaide daga nyagi je bere Gulka.
Now, if you go to the Renzori, the mountaineering,
Yege o kamastanya Renzori.
our Bakonjo people are the ones who who show the people how to move. On the
Bicha
mountain.
no ga je bere Bakonjo ki chota je ne de bi ko kulan lagamet.
So this is really very, very special, and we should. I had no problem prioritizing this one.
Ni ala ibi ala chiat kapsa. Raiwendi tarot amta twet nyabo naratet.
So I'm glad we have built it now.
Ay kung ngaragat chala go chete.
The track is good,
Adopta nye bareret la tabone.
but the accommodation needs to be improved.
Dene adopta nye bo Rwanda kinye majakle tajis kewe swamendo jitoror.
The buildings are strong,
Tabone chula bokori ke.
but the inside there, I have guided those people there.
Dene oritle ka shamar walk ke bija jogusate kala sanget kusutwai wega deta kanya kai.
Me, I guided on the accommodation.
Kala ka titiria bitu jam kamastanya Rwanda.
When we go to the kitchen, I'm quite illiterate.
Kale ega waya kamasta ulo jio shele majmana asuman ulo kapsa.
So Mama took over and was commanding.
Kala go waya mama ya de kuje ko batata la chie bi la chiela. Aga sayu.
I couldn't know where to put the stones and all that.
Kala manangat la jewen nyon Rwanda ke jio she aga tu kala.
So therefore, this is really a gold mine,
So gi yale kinye balat kapsa.
and I'm glad we have done it.
Angai ko ngaragat la gachi.
Now, regarding the hotels,
Kurup toy gayat ako to buto ke chomishin aga Rwanda.
we should invite the private sector. They are the ones to build the hotels.
Majek porubi ko je machakwi ga monge shandina.
For us, we have built the hostel,
Kuje satache kulo ruto silego kyorwe.
and I would want them to increase the numbers because they were talking of 24.
Angum majeje te shinamba ndo je te shio to buto tijo amnya ga jengolo leba te tipte maga manda bermunya.
At a time, why only 24?
Areta genge abermunya ba ta mane majele je te shi.
So therefore, I'm very happy to be here to open the school.
Kunya ga ay ngaragat ka bisala kaya to bi.
And I welcome you all to this great facility
Kako torojak otobinenyi
as we commission phase 1
jemite je ote kareriandet nyebatacha
of the National High Altitude Training Center.
nyebogo netishet nyebolego kebarero shok nyebatopto nyewo.
We must begin by thanking God,
Parajeja ke kagastaedet kulomi donyedede.
who has made it possible for us to complete this phase.
Nyego kweat kutilyangala kotokoi ko gaje bundo jitiyo.
The Bible says,
Me kitabunak chotilile.
unless the Lord builds a house,
Kotokoi ba te oga te hindet kodo.
the builders labor in vain.
Pigo jomi te kuteksile ye amrwaro. Dobre kinye masakwi.
Therefore, our being here today
Kunye ami te nyoy bi washoni.
is testament to God's faithfulness to us
Kunye mujurwandit nye batabon nye ta pindet amule jemite.
as we embark on this work, which
Jemite.
promises to be a game changer in our pursuit of sports excellence in our country.
Jemite cheishoni senget kotoror ngale ka barero shogi. Kunye masukut tuwaiweka tet omyemeta ap Uganda.
The journey that has led us here today started a few years ago.
Poni nakchega kwerwe chek bi washoni kije kenyi shek tukusi chegu getja.
Following the heroic exploits of our sons, Moses Kipsiro,
Kuruptoigei ako kabolishet nye kitapon nye kibole kokyo kuyu Moses Kipsiro,
and Stephen Kiprotich,
Stephen Kiprotich,
as they raised our flag on the global stage.
kuwo kuywendi bendarenyo kuwo torot koromen amabut amkore tugul kumugul.
Cognizant of the blessing of the abundant talent in Sebei region,
Chekerestochini kakotoywek chebo reroshok ak mwaek amye kamasta nyebo Sabinya.
the Ministry of Education and Sports commenced consultations with the Kapchorwa district local government
Luget nye namagei ak reroshok ako kamasta nyebo Kapchorwa kicheki kwondin wanake.
to establish a modern sports facility for our athletes.
Lasunget kutekwech atopto nyebo reroshok nyebo lekokyo.
In 2012, while honoring Mr. Stephen Kiprotich,
Kenyit nyebo 2012 chiyweni kayweishet mariondet Stephen Kiprotich
following victory at London Summer Olympics where he won a gold medal,
kuruptoigei ak kabolishet nye kibo gold London.
a president pledged to construct the National High Altitude Training Center, Teryet.
Kukur tabondet le masache tech atoptinyi tiemite bashoni.
And today,
Ango
we are here
bashoni
because the president has delivered on his promise
chemite ibiu amnye kokonyit nyewo nyebo yemoni kurtoetenyi.
to support the athletes and our vision of provision of quality sports for all.
Kula sunget chitoror ngalekab reroshok ako churtaetet nyebo reroshok chetaboniji nyebo biko tugul.
Therefore, in a special way, I want to thank the president
Amaretya nyechuyat le kabaragaste nyewo nyebo emetab Uganda
for his invaluable support not only for this project and other sports infrastructure,
amga titirishet nyewok swamen nyekikon prebata amiu ndena amareroshok chemakargei am emetab Uganda
that are being constructed,
chekichetech atobutok chekuchetech.
but also the direct support he has continued to extend to our athletes.
Ako katitirishet nyekonu ako swamen nyewo nyeiwendini lekok chebo mwaek checho.
You are all aware that our athletes be employed, that his wisdom, the president guided, that our athletes be employed in the forces, so most, if not all, are employed by the Uganda Police or UPDF and the Uganda Prison Services.
Amkasoto yuandet nyekikon nyewo nyebo emetab Uganda ukula lekok tugul chorwe ndo chobonda kakoto yuandet nyongmaek kiche kiroke kunyorishondoki amlukoshok chebo prisons police ako kapkoya anguch leko chicho tugul yemo tugul chechang kiche kinyorishondokwa.
This project has been a timely intervention to provide a home for our athletes to train right here in Teryet.
Teksoni kunye ko choboroindo nyetabon kala sunger nyor lekok choka netishet nyetabon amwaek amkamasitinyi bo Teryet.
You may recall that on 4th September 2024,
Masoko sowok le amarawet nyebo amani mwaketab 2020
we received the sad news of the death of Sergeant Rebecca Cheptegei.
Jenyoru logoiwek chemiotich kabisa chekibo metab Rebecca Cheptegei
That happened in Kenya.
chekitokune kamasta nyebo Kenya.
Like many of our athletes, the late Rebecca used to train with colleagues across the border.
Kuyuyat lekokyo alak chemakargei chemite yu lekwenyo Rebecca Cheptegei kunye kinetegei mwaek kamasta nyebo Kenya.
Therefore, I am very grateful to God that we now have our own home for our athletes.
Anga kosto yati indet kabisa kule kaje nyoru yata dobinyo nyemakonetegei lekokyo nyekamabeti kamasta nyebo sang.
Undertaking the development of sports infrastructure is capital intensive in nature.
Chekarastochi teksetab tobutok chebo reroshok koishet nyerokechi anguwo angu mite kasmeti kutesetai.
And I recall that on 7th June 2024, as we contracted MS Suma for the development of Hoima City Stadium, I talked about the issue of operation, management, and maintenance of these facilities.
Posheshok msamva maraeta po mgaga amuga nyinyi amuga mastanyebo hoima kya sot kabisa yok kya ngololi ngalek ke barip se da adobuto che yujitu.
Our robust plan to invest in sports infrastructure is to not only develop and professionalize our abundant talent in different disciplines, but to also generate revenue for government that these facilities are capable of if well managed.
Chete tuju che karga idiyule preba da kula ko tirir ngale ga mek dene ku kon babesa na ku yende ga smedi yoga da bagot ku kwek adobuto che ga jerip amaret nye tabon.
Therefore, I tasked my colleague, Honorable Peter Ogwang, the Minister of State for Sports, to develop a concept on management of all the sports facilities to ensure that the government reaps from its investment, and I want to reiterate this position.
Kalayadi kya yende yati shit marionde to gwang kula kujo agobe lutet ndo kartasit nye ga gon datwede nye ga che garas to jirip set nye tabon adobuto chitu chito kul sanget kule yweni gasmeti besanagi ku kwek adobuto ke mu jogo titir gasmeti amgon neta besanagi.
I know that the new sports law vests the responsibility of management of the public sports infrastructure under the National Council of Sports.
Angat kule ngalek ke jang che borip set up adobuto ke yiju agon darastidi kinye yweni ga mga ywek luget nye bo arero shok amuyemeta ap Uganda.
And I wish to guide that as we adhere to the provisions of the law,
Kabarago nuya ga mga ywek le chemite jeri bandarastindi nyo.
we need sound management guidelines that will facilitate the council to execute its mandate.
Lasmayat che nyoru kasota yuandit nye biji angu nye jurtat kula singet kotilya kamasato ndogiato.
This is the first phase of the project,
Tekset nye batat chanyi
and I believe that once the facility is officially handed over to the National Council of Sports, planning for the second and third phases of the project will be prioritized.
yoga je kosandiat National Council nye sports ndo luget nye namaga yokorero shokam Uganda masaku chachiati tatwet nye ba tekset nye bo adopto nye bo eny.
We must now correct what we have seen so far that needs a little more work put into it,
Majaya
so that we can be confident when we have foreign visitors coming to train here that we are sending them to a place we are confident about.
Majaya je sat le mujo kumite le lusto sanget kle yoga debo kwamba bi ko je kone ka masogi ke basang je bonda kapsa ka ngatet kle priole masago ngun.
I thank the stakeholders who have supported us to make this a reality.
Kostoi bi ko to kol je gi kwi je gi koron kamas ko to ko gutok ngale ku loga to kun dabasione.
The Uganda Wildlife Authority,
Luget nye bawa
the Kapchorwa District Local Government,
mongeta ap Kapchorwa
Ministry of Works and Transport,
luget nye ba boni nagi ago ishondok
the UPDF,
sagariande
the different sports federations, associations,
lugo shokke bare ro shokke magargai
the Ministry of Finance, and our athletes, among others.
luget nye ba besan nagi ok lugo shokalak
Indeed, together, we all achieve more.
kale chemwe kle wana kle che nyoru che jang
In a special way, I
amaret nye
want to
tuyat
recognize the resilience of athletes from CA
kabare je gastoji swamet ago mutjojine tet nye ba lego ke bare ro shokam sabinya
who have consistently performed very well and raised the Uganda flag in high various championships.
chegi kwita pon kabisa koto ko ku ywe bendaret tarat amo aroro shokke magargai amgore to gol
Even when the appropriate facilities were inadequate.
ngale gimite tu ko keji ko lege je gimayeme
This facility is not just a physical structure.
tu ko tuju bale priye tu kun je ga se ko nyegi
but a beacon of hope and aspirations for athletes across our nation.
Dene tukun je boga genedi. Ango tukuk che muje chisiam goret che magarga goret tokol kumgul.
It is our own version of theater of dreams and our shared responsibility to ensure that we produce more chapter gays and more Kiprotichs to raise our flag globally.
Your Excellency, I want to report to you that this center is not only for athletics excellence,
Kabara borung le otobile mababa te churta et nyebangale gap mayegi.
but it has also attracted tourists from all over the world.
Dene gogo chutia bi go chekpo ke shinige idiu bate.
And Mama, I want to report to you that
E onyo kabara borung le
there are a number of world-class athletes who have always continued to come and train from here.
mi bi go cheki go rwai cheki jinga tune koret nyemaga koret tokol kumugul che kwani chacha marar kama sidin.
And through that, we are going to have an exchange program.
Kusiri odale masaje nyoru itae de take.
Your Excellency, we recognize you as a father of sports
Chinga dinga chek pa kuyuba ba nyabare rosho kam Uganda.
in the country that did not have sports heroes.
Amiye met nyeki mabondangal je nyeki mengat ngal je bare ros.
From 1962
Kichake ke nyin nyebong gagambri.
until 1972 there,
Akoi sambu mobiri.
we had the legend Akibua
Kichebonde marioneta kibua.
as the only Olympic gold medalist.
Kuyuchita ba nyeki jingat kunyo kisut nan gold amo Olympic.
But Your Excellency, in your reign,
Dene atambat cho ishengung.
I can proudly say that you are a source of blessing.
Amsulete nye wo kapsale para borugle yuko ga gote yuk pade.
Let us clap for Mzee.
Aburchi nyewo yewunyak.
Mzee, the 4 Olympic gold medals that we have produced have actually come from you.
Goldinak ang manjogi kwa je kon Olympia gije gi kwane unyaku ki.
And you are my all-time greatest coach.
Ange nyila ginye gine ta goro manam ngale ka barero shok.
I remember in 2014,
Am ganyi ta po elfuno genya kumananya.
when you received me at Nakasero,
Yogi to rojo na kasero.
you told me that you have to stop with school first
Ki mole asta ngale ka sugulu.
and pursue athletics. Because
Ange
it is
nam
timely.
ngale ka mayek amnye ponda la
Your Excellency, I honored your directive.
Baba ne ndek chaywe ngale jagoro min angaru plaini na.
And I can tell you that I've won close to not less than 10 global titles.
Kya nyoru yat ka bolishet nyebo aret cheide taman.
It is because of you and Mama.
Am nyeba de nyito ako eo chegi titiro.
Your Excellency, currently,
Bandanyile
we have embarked on talent identification.
kuje chacha kasli ko kyomu je korwai
Am-
ke sumje kase.
I've retired from the track, Your Excellency.
Ani ala kunye kwa munge angale ka mayegi.
I've been running on the track for 10 good years.
Masa weke yogo bundo ke kala kwa kon magan ke ite tamane.
And what I have gave what I had.
Angu kwa nyoru gila kitokol nye kwa kasakwe.
I have gave all what I have. I have left it all what I had on the track.
Kala gila ki yato kola kunye ko bagata.
Now I'm going to embark on the marathon challenge.
Kawa chachiat ngale ke ba marathon.
Your Excellency, Your Excellency, they say that you shall know the tree by their fruits.
Kala jemwela masajinga tune ketit matunda anake.
I am speaking with the full confidence
Amida ngololi ko kangate det
that what
nyewo.
I started as talent identification 5 years ago,
Ekya jajane bata kasile ko kyorwe kanyi
we have
sekeda mucho
athletes who have
kugacha.
won in the World Junior Championships.
Jabonde le ko kiku ko police amo
I
kama
have,
soge
I
ke
have a
bagate.
number of them here, Your Excellency.
Ango mide lo ko jiti jo to kolio.
We embarked on talent identification.
Kisumje kasile ko kyomu jo kubondo.
We took on the challenge,
Chen nambanga saranu tyondi nyo.
and we have proudly here champions who have
Angle
won,
ko kya kuje miu kuje ko police.
who have won in different championships.
Ko police amma ekya magargai.
Your Excellency, we want to thank Mama
Baraji kaste mama.
for supporting my programs. Mama supported me with the 50 million shillings
Kuko na mama milioni na katano. Darwando
and
kuko
a
na
number of balls,
ako mbira na kya magargai.
jerseys,
Ako sirok kya jilo je joba mbira na.
and we had to mobilize. We had to use football to mobilize from the in the 2021
Kishat
elections.
mbireti arere nyo mbireti sangat kula jiru kibi ko bondit.
Our dear Minister of Education and Sports,
Minister ne to gorero shoki.
Mama, the First Lady,
Mama je chetnya batacha.
appeared before the manifesto committee
kunye kutogune luget nyebo ngalek chebo iyanak am Uganda.
to present the implementation of the manifesto in line
Singet
with our ministry.
kobarta ngalek chebo iyanak kuruptoigei ako tatwet nyebo NRM.
Your Excellency,
Nyewo nyebo yemeti.
Mama scored 90% before 1.5 years
Mama
is
we
finished.
kinyoru chenda amia ndo tamanogik sokol ambokol agenge.
Why am I bringing this, Your Excellency, before us here?
Kakonu ngalechitu chomtai nyo.
We have a lot of trust in our ministry.
Amye chike negei koromen minister nyenyo.
Number two, we are here today.
Nyebo aeng le chemite yubashoni.
This is one of the manifesto commitments.
Akitinyi kungalyondet nyekikurtanyi.
Mama, thank you so much for
Kitabono mama
fulfilling
nyenyo.
the presidential manifesto and the pledges.
Some of us who understand athletics very well
Aje ajo chebonde kangetetet am ngalekab bororioshek
are
tabon.
greatly overjoyed at the establishment of this facility.
Chekungorokyotin am ishet nyekichi amotobi chemite bandanyi.
This is gold in our midst.
Gold yanyi bunyamkwenu nyo.
And I would like to sincerely thank your government, your excellency, for setting it here.
Kabaraga steg asmeti ngungoro men kubaye kaiwendi otobitinyi chemite.
This facility will not only boost athletics in the sub-region,
Itinyi le bre makotorora roroshek pate amu kamasta
And,
nyeba sabinyi.
but in the country as a whole.
Dene masokotorora myemetab Uganda kumugul.
What we request
Kita yanyi jesoma batele.
is for government to immediately embark on phase 2 of the project.
Kala kuchachaga asmeti tekset nyoba topto nyebo aeng.
We also need facilities such as good hotels
Chemache at hotelinak
and
chetabone.
good restaurants.
Ako ulo chomishe bikap kore.
Cheptegei has told you that people like Kipchoge,
Kamwong cheptegei le biko cheyu Kipchoge.
people like Kipyegon Faith
Bo Kipyegon Faith.
are coming to visit this
Chemite
area.
kukwoni atobi.
As Mama has already said,
Yulo kamwat chamama.
our athletes used to go very far to look for training facilities.
Legokyo kiche kibeti le lo kula singet wogo nayat ndo kunyoru lege netegei ngalekab maege.
And Your Excellency, it is a reason you conceived the idea of establishing Teryet National High Altitude Training Center here, and indeed planned for it and also secured for resources to establish the facility which we have commissioned today.
Wekutiet nyoto nyekikonu ngasote yondet nyetabon kala singet na ibabesan kotokoitech atopto nyeyuny tinyi nye chemite cheyotitoi sanget konetegei legokyo boshoni.
Your Excellency, this facility is going to attract and accommodate more of our athletes from across the country. It is also going to ensure that there is sustainability in the professionalism of sports, different disciplines, and also because of accessibility now within the country, it is going to enable our athletes to have sufficient skills and prepare them well when they go for matches, national and international ones. And it is also going to give our athletes sufficient time to train, but also save their money, which they used to use to travel far to look for training facilities.
Atobi atle kunye masakukwek atoptanga nyeruje lego kyorwe jekwane kama swagik chemakargei makukwek atoptagenge nyemasako galla kurip dokotuch lego dokotuch pesanik jakukwishe lego kyo yakubeti kama swagik chemakargei kule kunayoti atobutok chekachinetegei.
And for this, Your Excellency, I would like to thank you for making the life of the athletes comfortable and easy as they pursue their discipline in sports.
Amuyoto kabaraga stingoromen nyewonye ba yemetab Uganda kubae ki kuskushi lego kyabare roshoki ngalekab mayek.
Thank His Excellency the President.
Abashiji kaste nyewonye ba yemet.
I am reliably informed, Your Excellency,
Kaji borwok
that
le
this facility is the best in sub-Saharan Africa.
kale korom amu sub-Saharan Africa kumugul.
And in that vein, I would like to congratulate you, Your Excellency, and Mama for
Raji
enabling
casting
Uganda
goromen
to make that big milestone.
Bara chi casting goromen amo ko dirishet nyoki ko na jok swamedi kala sunget ko ne kie korom goromen lembet ab Africa kumugol.
Lastly, let's thank Mama for her focused commitment in expeditiously implementing all government programs in the Ministry of Education and Sports.
Chi gaste ya temba job ya set kapsa nyeki ko nyit isyonu tok kol lo jemma je kuro ko lo jemak tay ko beta a ministry nye boss manet ogarero shogam Uganda.
Your Excellency, the implementation of UPE and USE is also mirrored here in Teryet, because Mama has ensured that there is a primary school which is very, very well built at the stone thrown there, and also a secondary school, so that if there is a young athlete of primary going age or secondary going age, he can come or she can come to be training here in Teryet High Altitude Training Center, but also benefiting from the facilities of UPE and USE. Your Excellency, the same facilities have enhanced the performance of education here at primary and secondary level for the community here of Teryet.
Atabutinyi la kunye kuko Teryet sumanet nye ba primary ko secondary ami kama sta nye ba
Let us
Teryet.
thank Mama for that vision of having UPE and USE also mirrored here.
Chikastayat Mama.
Let's thank Mama with a big hand clap.
Chikastayat Mama amnye koko toror